What's up, people? My name is Mr. Filthy, and this is Ryan. We are doing the WWE breakdown of SummerSlam in Minneapolis, all the apples.
Apples. All apples.
I think Sami Zayn is the first one who ended up coming out to the ring for what's supposed to be a singles match with him and Finn Balor, which does not stay that way for very long. Nick Aldis
Yeah.
basically comes out and adds.
Who's GM again, in case you guys didn't know?
Yeah. He ends up adding Gunther, and Sammy starts losing his fucking shit as Gunther's walking
Sa-
down to the stage.
Sammy was pissed.
He essentially is like screaming like, "This is bullshit, I'm getting screwed again," and yada yada. He's like damn near about to like quit, I think, and not even have the match.
And then Nick's like, I didn't say I only was going to add one. Let's make this a fatal four-way. And out comes Kevin Owens. What a return.
Dude, that was great. I was excited. I literally was like raising my hand and clapping. I'm like, well, what the fuck? He's back. I didn't actually think dude was even gonna come back. I thought he might be a biggie and just be gone.
And he looked so good during this match. I know he just came back, but he was basically the majority of the match.
He kicked the shit out of him. He literally went like stone cold. Bro.
Yeah. Homeboy stunnered, I think, Gunther, then Finn, and then he went to go do it to Sammy, but he got a blue thunder bomb and he kicked out. And did you see Sammy's face, by the way, when Kevin's returned? His jaw was on the ground.
Yeah. I like that they did do a little hug in the beginning before immediately going and beating each other up.
Right. I think I don't like even if Kevin wins, because Kevin's number one contender now. So even if like on SmackDown, I feel like he should just come out if Sammy bitches and just tell him to shut the hell up and just tell him that he's being a little bitch.
I think they're probably going to do some shit where he comes down and does that. And now they're gonna have a mini feud with Sammy and Kevin.
And I'm for it because I like it.
Because I don't see him immediately going to feud with Punk. I think that's going to be Cody and him arguing.
Right. There's definitely going to be something there because he's going to be like, unless Cody just goes straight up after Randy.
Oh,
for screwing him over, which might happen. But I'm glad we got two huge returns. We got Randy Orton, we got Kevin Owens.
Well, that's why when he came out, you had mentioned you already knew it was probably going to be him or someone else. And I was just like, I'm not even thinking about it. I'm like, we already had her come back from injury or whatever.
Right. But they were like, nope, that wasn't enough. Triple H did say that he wanted this night to be bigger than last night. And for many reasons it was, but for a couple of reasons it wasn't. So, but Kevin Owens hits a stunner on Sami Zayn, and he does win. And it was good. This was a very well thought out and put together match. Now I don't know if they always had the plan to do that. I don't know when Kevin Owens was cleared. Sorry, and I don't know if like Nick Aldis and Gunther backstage like had some kind of thing where it's like, if I win, you add me, and then maybe it was just gonna be a triple threat, or maybe it was just gonna be one-on-one like it was supposed to. But either way, the result we got was good, and I'm happy with it. Oh boy, Trick Williams, Baron Corbin for the U.S. title.
Baron beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, Baron was ready for this match. I don't know how else to put it. We had a quite the long ending to this one. Was Corbin having Yachty by the shirt on the apron, and Trick hit Corbin, and he goes into Yachty and sending him through the table to the outside.
And which was weird. There was multiple moments with weapons, and the ref pretended not to look.
I know, he just pulled out the table, and I was like, What is happening right now? I was like, are we getting a WrestleMania repeat?
And the multiple kendo shots to Corbin, and he's like, "Oh, the ref didn't look," and then I see him like looking over at it and being like, "Oh, my bad."
Yeah, you kind of see. No, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm insulting everyone's intelligence. I didn't see that. Um, but while the ref is looking at Yadi on the outside of the ring, Corbin hits Trick with the title, and then Baron Corbin wins the title. Now, a lot of people are probably angry about this. I'm a little angry about it because I don't think it should have been Corbin, but I do think that Trick Williams' title run was getting kind of stale.
That's what I was about to say. I'm actually happy about it because Trick's boring as fuck. It's literally I come out with a
Right.
rapper who is supposed to be like by Paul Heyman, but now doesn't even really talk anymore.
Right, and like I feel like they tried to like spice it up with the new title that they gave him, like with the fur on it, and it just didn't work.
That shit was sus.
And actually, I like to do this for ha-has, like because I think it's fun. Whenever they release a new title or something, I like to go on the shop and look to see how much it was. And I don't know what it's priced at now, but I think the night that it got revealed when I looked, it was like $700. While the standard one is only like $329 or something. And that's wild that they added that much more money because there's some fur on it.
$400 fur. This is like fur from an exotic fucking tiger or some shit.
I can shave a white cat and have my mom sew it onto my title if I really want it that bad. Okay? I'm just saying. Because I can't sew. If I could sew, I would just say I'd do it, but I can't.
My fucking
But-
face.
Women's ladder match for the interim women's championship is up next. It was Chelsea Green, Tiffany Stratton, Charlotte Flair, Jade Cargill, and Lash Legend.
And your prediction
Yes.
was right.
Yes, it was. And I did not remember those names off the top of my head. I wrote them down.
It was this lady, Chelsea Green,
Right.
and this lady.
My favorite part of the match was when Chelsea Green pushed over the ladder with Tiffany Stratton on there, and she literally took out everybody in the match.
Yeah, that's
Everybody. Yeah, she used Tiffany Stratton essentially as a battering ram. But then we had Michin and BFAB, and they attacked her and left her feet in the bottom rung of the ladder. So, girl was upside down for about 5 minutes. Like she pulled a bat.
I'm so excited for her to revive the fucking women's division.
Right. But Flair took them out, so they weren't even a factor, and everyone took each other out while on top of ladders. And Chelsea Green, with that core strength, lifts herself up, climbs it, and she gets the belt. So, my thing is, because I said this already, when Rhea comes back, is she just going to run through Chelsea Green? I mean, they're calling it the interim women's champion. So is it just like when she comes back, is there even a match, or is it just like, hey, I'm back?
Ew, they're
Give the
doing
title back to Nick.
They're doing the fucking interim shit that UFC does. That's not a WWE thing, bro. We don't need interim titles. When you drop the title, you lose the title.
I'm gonna say it. Back in my day, our day, everybody's day that was there for the attitude, ruthless aggression era knows that if you can't defend your title within 30 days, you don't have a title.
And it's like, even if, let's say, like, it doesn't have to be interim because it's coming with a guaranteed rematch.
Right. So, it begs the question. So let's just say hypothetically, right? Hypothetically, Rhea doesn't come back till WrestleMania Elimination Chamber time, February, March, April, right? Let's say within that time, Chelsea Green drops the title to a returning Naomi or Bianca Belair. What happens then? Is it just Rhea versus the new person? Or if that title gets traded around too much, is that just now the title? I don't know. I don't know how this interim stuff works. TKO is taking UFC terms and putting them with WWE, and it's confusing people.
And it's like now our undisputed doesn't mean the same thing because usually undisputed is like a combination of titles usually, or like a bunch of people.
They're still calling the WWE Championship the Undisputed WWE Championship. It is not. There is a World Heavyweight Championship now. It is not the Undisputed title. It's just the WWE Championship.
They just like the extra word. It sounds.
I don't like it. Like when they called, like when they merged the two titles and it was called the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. That was such a long name for no reason. And they said that the fans voted on that, which maybe they did because they didn't want to drop the World Heavyweight title because WCW, we love you. I just didn't like it.
This is fair.
It is fair, but I don't.
No, you must like it. You must love it.
I hated it.
Love it. Love it now. Brainwash him. There's no war in Bossing Say.
It was like over 10 years ago, though, so maybe I'm just being...
There's no war in Bossing Say. But next we got Danhausen coming out in his little mini cart.
Yeah, the Danhausen mobile. Danhausen and Dirty Dom for the Human Money's on a Pole match. Can I just say real quick? I was watching the pre-match video, and him insulting Adam Pearce by asking him, "Do you not watch wrestling?" when he mentioned the pole was comedy gold, and deserves an Emmy. But of course, JD comes out halfway through the match when Danhausen's about to win, but it's no DQ. So, but the Minihausens attack JD. He fights them off, but one of them actually takes him down a few times. And what did Michael call this one? Hausen Torito, El Torito, something like that.
Fuck. Yeah, it's like Terizo Hausen or something like that.
Yeah, he called him something. He had like a mini suicide dive.
He also did a springboard like headbutt too.
Right. It was great. I loved it. They were about to grab the money, but Dom's like, no. And the same one that took out JD takes out Dom. JD gets involved and stops Danhausen for winning once again. And then Joe Hendry comes down and breaks a guitar over JD's back.
So bro is basically just Jeff Jarrett, but he sings more.
Jeff Jarrett, but sings more, and I feel like he's just a better wrestler. I don't know. I didn't really like Jeff Jarrett.
I liked him in TNA, but I don't know. It was different.
Yeah, maybe in TNA he was better. I just feel like his WWE run was...
I think it's because he also owned TNA, didn't he?
Did he? I wasn't really a big TNA guy. I watched it here and there, but I didn't
pretty sure he's the guy who made TNA.
It's very possible.
But
bringing in Hulk Hogan was definitely the wrong call. But
that was after he left, so I don't think it even counted. But I think that's how it is. That or it was an on-screen story, and I'm remembering that as the true story. But
because the only person, the only person I ever remember was Dixie Carter. I don't remember.
I think she came after him, and I think they had a feud together for a little while, if I'm not mistaken, because of that.
That's very possible. I like I said, I didn't watch it, so I wouldn't know. But I'm sure if you Google it, it's going to give you mixed answers. So
it might be an on-screen thing.
Yeah, maybe.
But we did have Dom trying to fight Danhausen to go up for the Human Money's on a pole and knocking Dan onto his nuts onto the ring.
Right on his nuts. And then he curses him.
Yeah.
And there's the pyro
still on the ring ropes. He's just like, you are cursed, and then it
Vince had a cup on. Come on.
He said, I have tiny balls. I'm okay.
So after that, he falls. Danhausen gets the money, wins the match, and he celebrates with celebrates with Joe Hendry and his Minihausens and passes out his money to people. And Wade Barrett was very angry when he saw that the money wasn't real. I think Wade Barrett getting mad at wrestlers who do stupid shit is like the funniest thing ever.
And it's like, I just imagine if Dom had won, so then he just like opens it up again, and he's like, "What the fuck? It's still not money.
It's still fake. What the fuck?" It'd been so bad.
They lied.
There was
to
like
me.
a couple. They showed a kid with the money. There was a couple $1 bills in there that were real, but it definitely didn't add up to what Dom
I
wanted.
can't. And it looks like he like specifically kind of picked out real dollars for him, and then went up to some kids and was like, "Here you go, buddy."
I will buy that money on the shop, and I will show it on this podcast when it comes in the mail.
What's crazy is that money is going to be worth more than real money in a way, because like if you can prove that you got it at this show, like you find yourself in the front row and like take a picture, like if you were that kid basically, like who was just on the screen, you would be able to sell that for like $100 maybe.
Oh, absolutely! You could sell one of the dollars for $100. You could literally list each one of them,
Instantly
for like
turning
an absurd
Monopoly money into real money.
right. And people would buy it because they're like, "Oh, that was given to you by the guy that created it. You were at the show. I saw you."
There is a super fan out there that will do that.
I wouldn't spend that much personally. I would just buy it on the shop because you can get a shit ton more for $25
But Dan
rather than
Housen
one
didn't
single
touch
one.
that one.
But his face is on it, and that's enough for me.
But Danhausen's nuts weren't on it.
Okay, if I wasn't poor, I'd probably do it. That's how much of a fan I am.
There's just a dude, and like there's a dude there's always going to be a dude who lives in his mom's basement or something who doesn't have to worry about it, so he can just put all of his money towards it and just be like, "Nah, I want that."
I am. I mean, this isn't a basement, but I'm not that guy. This is not a basement. It'd be clear.
I mean, in the sense of like rent free, getting food taken care of, fucking everything.
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. I know what you mean. I don't like those people.
Yeah. No job. He's just like, "Oh, Mom." Like basically Cartman when he was in the World of Warcraft episode. "Ma'am, I need my Tostitos." And he's just like...
Bring me a piss bottle down. There's no bathroom down here.
"Bedpan, Mom, I'm raiding." I mean, I'm only hating because I'm jelly. I wish I could have a slave who changes my butt pan and like gives me Tostitos.
Right. Anyway, Penta versus Chad Gable was next up for the Intercontinental Championship. Why was this match so much better than I thought it was going to be? Like, I thought, oh, this would be good, right? Gable and Penta, right? A lot better than I thought.
Every match with Gable is pretty dang good. That's why I'm like happy he's getting his push, because he's always been one of the best.
Penta straight up like dislocated his arm like 10 minutes into the match. Like, I'm not like...
Bro,
I saw that, like, man.
I have no ligaments left in my hand.
Right, he just walked around like this the entire time, just holding his arm. Like, he just... but Gable makes Penta tap to the ankle lock, which is something I never thought I'd see. And he is the new Intercontinental Championship. Penta grabbed the title rather aggressively after the match, just to put it around his waist and raise his arm. I'm not sure why he was so aggressive when he took it, but he...
It's supposed to be like a visual sign of respect, I think, in the sense of like, you earned your way into the lucha world, and we forgive you for being a Nazi or something.
He celebrated with his wife, maybe his mom and dad, or maybe his in-laws. His 2 daughters were there, and his son, who was dressed up just like him, which was honestly like the cutest thing ever. But
do you think Gable has the S pass now?
Does he have the what?
The S pass instead of the N pass? or the end
What do you
card
mean?
pass. All right, so like you know when you're cool with the homies, you get the end card pass. I'm saying
I
now,
got what you said
nowadays,
after you said it.
now he's good with the bros, and on the Spanish side, does he get the S card pass? You think Penta's like, yeah, hey, bro, you can say it.
Well, listen, Ludwig Kaiser cut a promo right after that in full Spanish. So if they've accepted him, I think they could accept Gable.
He's all fancy dancy with his bajillion languages.
Remember when Cesaro did that when he like first joined? His thing was like saying phrases in like 4 different languages before he just said it in English.
That's why he wasn't working until they put a mask on him and took the shine off of Gable and literally gave it to him. I swear that's why they're giving him the title, because if it wasn't for him, there would be no Americano, and there would be like he wouldn't have a career right now. Ludwig Kaiser would be in the fucking back eating, like the guy said, salt and pepper chicken. Grayson Waller back in catering.
Right, if Gable didn't get injured, Ludwig Kaiser would have had. I mean, this all would have been different. I feel like this would have not like. I don't ever wish to anybody to get injured, but because he did, this went so good. Like it went
Even
a way it
more
was
so
supposed to go.
That he came back. The mere fact that he came back sent the whole fucking story into emotion.
When he came back at the Royal Rumble, that was just like everything from there onward was just perfect. It was gold.
Dude, also didn't a Penta hit a rolling like head spike onto Gable or whatever it was off of
the Mexican Destroyer on the apron.
Yeah, that was an extremely cool spot.
That was. I thought that was it. When he rolled him back in the ring and he still kicked out, I was like, "Oh shit! All right."
I thought he broke his neck. I was like, he Kurt Angled him. God damn
it. Next up, Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Before I even dive into this, what a match this was.
We were saying how long Cody Rhodes's was. This one was also extremely fucking long.
The entrances were very long. Like this match actually started at like 8.
It felt like theatrical.
Right, the entrances weren't over till like 8:30. Like when I looked at the clock and I saw that the entrances were like half hour long, I was like, what's happening?
Right, and they had to stare at each other before the bell rang for like fucking 30 seconds.
Of course. Rollins had the Shield intro play right before his song did. And I'm not mad. So I saw somebody post online that they were mad. They're like, oh, all the Shield references and them saying Dean Ambrose's name. And it's like, dude, that's the story between these two. They were in the Shield together. Okay, there was a third guy who's not there. It's hard to mention the Shield without mentioning him. Get over it, okay?
Well, and
stop.
What the fuck else do you think you're going to do? How do you talk about it otherwise?
Yeah, right. Can you mention it? So let's just talk about Evolution, but we're going to leave Batista out of it because
we
Batista.
Can't talk about him.
No, he's not there anymore. No.
Oh, we can't talk about Enzo and Big Cass, even though we can't talk about them.
So if Big Cass comes out tomorrow and starts doing this SAWFT shit, I guess we just have to Enzo never came up with any of that. He's done. No.
If you hold that opinion, you're a bit of a pussy. It doesn't even make sense.
Exactly. So them saying his name and referencing him the way that they did, which we'll get into, is not a bad thing just because he's not there. Plus, his name isn't Dean Ambrose in the company that he's in. That's trademarked by WWE. They can still use that.
And it's like, what do you mean you can't do that? That's like that. So can I not play Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy in fucking WWE 2K right now because they went to fucking TNA?
Right. So you AEW lover or WWE hater, whatever the hell you were, people came up. Yeah, WWE came up with the Shield. That was them. It came up with the character of these 3 people. So if they want to use it in the damn storyline, guess what? They're gonna get over it. They did it back in 2022 also when Dean Ambrose was already gone, and it worked then. So,
Well, and
just
it's just
saying.
some Karen shit to say that what rule is there that
Yeah.
says I can't. It's actually
Exactly,
the
like-
opposite. Every rule says they can.
Right, you're mad. You're mad about something because, you know, whatever your opinion is on it, that doesn't make it right.
They're nerd being offended on behalf of somebody who doesn't give a fuck.
Just everyone's
Dean
gonna
Ambrose-
critique everything that happens.
Dean Ambrose doesn't even give a fuck.
No, I highly doubt someone sent him the clip or he watched it and he's like, my group, my name, how dare they?
He's probably like, yep,
Like-
no, that's how you talk about the Shield, because how else would you? And it's more respectful
Right.
even to give him credit by talking about him.
Right. Imagine if he was just like, yeah, these two men when they were in the Shield back in their day, they were unstoppable, and like
People,
yeah, but
it's basically what I keep saying. No matter what, they're gonna bitch because they don't actually want anything. They just want to bitch. Because basically, they were mad when they did try to do that. When Vince was in charge, they did try to cut Dean Ambrose out of the Shield, basically, and everyone was mad about that. They're like, he's a big part of it. You can't not talk about him. And then now they're like, okay,
Well,
we're talking about him.
the thing with Vince, when people leave the company, he's just like, yeah, they were never there. Like when Baron Corbin came out earlier, Michael Cole was like, you know, oh, he left I mean, we know he got fired, but it's like, oh, you know, he left WWE and he wrestled around the world and he came back. So it's like, all right, they're actually referencing things that happened. But when Vince was there, when like if somebody just disappeared off screen one day and you never saw them again, you were just like, okay, they got fired, but you never heard anything about them ever again.
I must say,
So,
Roman
that was
looking
strange.
Pretty big in this match. Bro was looking.
Oh,
cut.
he was. There was the big spot in the match where Reigns reversed the spear through the barricade and powerbombed Rollins through the Spanish announce table, because in the contract, if there's a Spanish announce table, it has to be broken first. Because right after that, Reigns teared apart the other table, but Rollins powerbombed Reigns through that one. So, can I just say how much I really like the new tables? Like, I don't know if it's the way they're shaped or what. They just look really cool. I like them a lot.
Right.
Rollins hits a spear, Roman hits a stomp, but it doesn't put either of them away. Reigns hits Rollins into the ref. After Reigns hits Dirty Deeds, that's what we were talking about, he spears the ref who was getting up. It was actually Rollins who went for Dirty Deeds first, but it was reversed and Reigns hit it. So whether you like the references or not, and whether you were a dumbass and thought, oh, Dirty Deeds, Dean Ambrose's name, he's coming back, it's not happening, okay?
Maybe he
sorry.
would because Vince is gone. I could see it, but like most likely not.
I mean, I don't know how much time is left on his contract in AEW, and I do recall seeing something just recently saying that he wouldn't come back. It could have been
Yeah.
fake. I have
I
no
don't
idea.
realistically imagine he would want to because he has a style that he likes doing over there.
Right. He likes being DDT'd into spikes and basically being in a horror movie that they call wrestling.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't.
He said,
I don't
like
like
ECW.
But it's like it's worse than like ECW was.
Nah, you
Good.
gotta see some of the ECW I've seen. Some of it was good. A lot of it was like hot trash, and I stand by that. And a lot of
Okay.
people will hate on it. And maybe you have a different opinion. I like the second ECW pretty well until they ruined it and turned it into fucking SmackDown 3.
This is gonna sound crazy. I've never actually seen any classic ECW because I grew up in a very WWE household. My mom was a WWE fan, so I've never really seen like WCW or like ECW. Like I've never really explored any of those other stuff. And yes, I have tried to watch AEW, and I don't fucking like it. Okay. So
I've seen a little bit. I've tried to watch ECW, and it was so hard to watch. It was like worse than AEW.
Right. I liked what they did, like you said, when they brought it back until it stopped being ECW and just became, like you said, another SmackDown. And I think that's why they took it like off the air, because they were like, all right, this isn't even becoming what it's supposed to. Especially when they started bringing, especially when Vince won the ECW championship and Big Show, and like they stopped making about the ECW guys that were there, and it was more about like, all right, this is another show for my people to grow. So, um, so Rollins hits a stomp and there's no ref. Rollins won the match right here, but there was no ref. Okay, let me say that first. So Rollins decided, I'm gonna grab a chair.
Mm-mm.
And he was gonna hit Reigns in the back, but Reigns is able to hit a big uppercut. But now with Rollins facing away from Reigns, Reigns grabs the chair. He doesn't use it. He tosses it. And 3 spears later, the referee scrambles in the ring like he wasn't even taken down and counts to 3. Right? I wasn't the only one that thought that, right? He definitely scrambled in the ring like he was fine.
Yeah, pretty quickly.
After the match, Roman holds his fist out. Rollins put the shield mask that he wore down to the ring and puts it down, and then puts his fist in there next to Roman's. And SummerSlam Night 2, and as a whole, is over. So, yeah, Roman's still champion. It was a good match. I just don't know why Roman won.
Because Seth can't get a fucking win. He's getting Finn Balor did. It's disrespectful. At least he's in the main event, though. He's like the main event Sami Zayn, basically. They're trying to make him that.
I can see that. I mean,
like he's always going to be there, but he's never going to win.
They kind of buried Finn Balor with this, like, you know, like I said, I don't know if this was always the plan.
Now he's going to get even skinnier. His eating disorder is going to get worse. Bro is looking scary. He's looking like he needs help.
Who?
Finn Balor.
Yeah.
He is a way too skinny. He was looking good before. Now he's looking unwell. I'm like, I could see every rib. And I don't know if... I was watching in the last time, I think it was SmackDown, he was wrestling potentially, or whenever he was doing the qualifying match that he won. He looked like his rib was popping out of its like fucking socket, and I showed it to my girl, and she was like, ugh. She was like halfway gagging because like it literally looked like his ribs were just like actually visibly there.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you're talking about.
And like I'm worried about him. I'm like, I hope he's good. I hope that's normal or natural and everything's good.
I really hope so. I hope he's not, I hope he doesn't have some kind of condition. Night 2 for a rating, what would you say?
I'm keeping it at a 9 with this one. They're equally just like really, really good.
They were really, really good. Main event was a bit better on this night, but like you said yesterday, there was a lot of like mid-card matches on this one. They didn't really mix it up too well.
Well, that was just a placement issue for the main event. They should have made the Oba one co-main and then the CM Punk and Cody the main event, because like it low-key soured the main event a bit.
I think it was just because like, oh, this match is on Hell in a Cell and it's like this big match. They wanted to do that, and them tearing apart the ring wouldn't really have worked if they'd try to do another match afterwards, maybe.
This is true. That's a good point, actually.
Yeah.
But also, if they're going to do all that, they need to use the cage more then. God damn it. It was just a prop that was behind them.
Yeah, I can kind of see why you'd be mad about that. Like you said, it was just there. It could have easily have just been like a no holds barred, and it could have ended the same way it did.
It's like the creativity is gone. They never want to use the cage. I don't even care if you actually break out of it. I want that, obviously. But even if you didn't do that, like, Just drag his fucking face across the cage once or twice or something, bro.
Right. They only really used it like once or twice. Like they used it for the table spot, and I think like Lesnar hit it when Oba threw him out of the ring once or something. But
Right.
other than that, they didn't really touch it. But we did get a nice like promo after, like speaking about the future and stuff. But Roman Reigns, Obafemi is probably coming for you, and I hope that we at least get a Obafemi versus Jacob Fatu match out of this, because I'd like to see that.
True. Who do you think would win?
Because of storyline purposes, it would probably be Obafemi. But if it was just like a straight one-on-one with no storyline purpose, and it was just like a let's see who's better, I really don't know who would win. It would be a very good match.
I want to
Because,
say
like,
Oba just because bro is big as fuck, but I don't know.
right. And Jacob Fatu for a big guy is very athletic, like with the top rope stuff. So I don't know.
He's super fun to play too in the game.
Oh yeah, when you do that freaking moonsault and you got to hit like the 3 buttons at once, because you got to do the one for the springboard, then the 2 for the finisher, and it's fun. I like it. But if there's nothing else,
I think that's it. If you
I
guys
think
did
so.
enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe and let us know what you think down in the comments. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.
deuces.